I told you Wall Street just got body slammed harder than 2020 and it's all Trump's doing? Yeah, the market didn't just dip, it face planted. And inflation. It's about to hit beast mode. Asterisk this morning, investors watch their portfolios bleed out in real time, and it's because Trump decided to go full send on tariffs. CNN didn't even wait a full arc to sound the alarm. Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all down over 3% right after markets open. Why? Trump just announced a sweeping 10% tax on almost every product entering the U.S. no country was safe. Vietnam hit with 46%, China with 30%, the EU with 20%, and investors. Total meltdown. Retail giants like Nike and Adidas are watching their stock dive bomb. Auto parts spiked. Groceries spiked. Even Lululemon got kicked in the yoga pants.
And as you mentioned, Wolf, there is talk of what this could mean for a recession. I just spoke to an analyst who says that the longer that these tariffs stay in place, the more likely that there will be a recession. We also heard from Mark Zandi from Moody's Analytics, who said if they follow through, if these tariffs go into effect, I'd buckle up and brace for impact. A recession seems more likely than not. Wolf?
Asterisk Vanessa Yurkovich from CNN said it best. If these tariffs stick, buckle up and brace for impact. Vice President's defense. Yeah, it'll hurt, but it's time we stop rewarding people who ship jobs overseas. Okay. But what about the people already struggling to afford milk and eggs? The White House insists this is a common sense national emergency. But as CNN's Elena Treen reported, even Republican lawmakers are admitting the pain is real and it's coming fast. And Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she flat out said these countries had 70 years to play. Fair translation: negotiations off the table. Welcome to economic Hunger Games.
Secretary Caroline Leavitt this morning, she was speaking with CNN. She said that, this isn't going to be a negotiation. This is a national emergency. Listen to how she put it.
The president is firm in his approach, and the president is ensuring economic stability here in the United States of America. This is a common sense policy, and if these countries wanted to negotiate, if these countries wanted to do what's right, they've had 70 years to do it.
I think, Pamela, the end of her answer there, saying they had 70 years to negotiate, is really key here, because that's the question now. Where do we go from here? We're going to see, as Vanessa just laid out, all of these different countries likely respond and in kind to these tariffs and retaliate. That could further escalate this trade war now. And so that's really the key question. One thing as well, just as we watch the stock market, is that the president has been far less reactionary to how the stock market is in this term, in his second administration, than in his first.
Let's check outside U.S. borders. In Beijing, China's diplomats are fuming, but eerily quiet. That silence? It's not peace, it's prep time. Soybeans and semiconductors are back on the battlefield. Europe? Outraged. Ursula von der Leyen said it loud. There is no order in the disorder. The EU is locking in high-level meetings, but also sharpening its economic claws.
What kind of impact, Senator, are you expecting these massive Trump tariffs? What kind of impact do you think they will have on American consumers?
Well, I'm already hearing an explosion of a reaction from across my state, and people from across the political spectrum are angry and upset because they know the impact it's going to have in New Jersey on jobs, on businesses. But for our consumers who are already struggling under a president this last 73 days that said he would cut their costs before he even did this.
So let's go live now to Paris and CNN senior international correspondent Melissa Bell. Melissa, how big of a blow are these tariffs to Europe?
Look, a senior European official has been talking to me just a short while ago about the figures. They were handed this 30-page document yesterday. Europeans are contesting a bunch of the figures. They say that it's full of mistakes. There are things that have been seen applied, tariffs applied to them twice. Overall, what Europeans are saying is that if you look at the last 3 rounds of tariffs that have been applied to them, it is 70% of all European goods that will head to the United States that are now the subject
Even the UK's FTSE and Germany's DAX nosedived. This isn't just about dollars, it's about global power. Meanwhile, China's strategy is to hit where it hurts U.S. farmers and middle-class households. That includes slapping more tariffs on soybeans, tech parts, and possibly shutting down imports of American goods altogether. Their tone might sound diplomatic for now, but beneath the surface, retaliation plans are heating up like microwave popcorn.
This isn't just Wall Street drama. Morgan warns these tariffs could squeeze every American wallet, eggs, phones, gas up. Farmers, already hanging by a thread, now they're staring down bankruptcy. Senator Cory Booker broke it down. New Jersey families might pay $3,000 for $1,000 more per year. That's not just bad policy, that's brutal.
Under a president this last 73 days that said he would cut their costs before he even did this, inflation was going up. Before he even did this, the stock market and people's 401k accounts were going down. Before he even did this, consumer confidence was down. Before he even did this, grocery prices and eggs and things were going up. So this is now going to put about a $3,000 to $4,000 added increase for the average New Jersey family. Will be paying between $3,000 and $4,000 more per year just to meet the basic needs that they need for their family.
Even Trump's own Commerce Secretary admitted that domestic goods might be more affordable. But here's the kicker: most of what we buy isn't made in the US anyway.
CNN's second interview clip spilled the real tea. Wall Street's biggest names are calling this the largest peacetime tax in US history.
But there's a staggering statistic from Bloomberg, 1.7 trillion with a T in market cap that's been erased from the S&P today with this opening. The truism is usually Main Street is separate from Wall Street, but consider this, 62% of the American public is invested in some way in the market, either through 401k or an account on an online trading account or so forth. So mainstream America is feeling this absolutely. And there's a little mystery to what's happening today. Like, look, for weeks, the market's been telegraphing exactly what it thinks about this tariff regime.
Even pro-Trump economists are ghosting him. And here's the twist. Voters he's trying to win back are the ones getting wrecked hardest. You've got massive layoffs looming, company profits collapsing, and swing state voters watching prices skyrocket. Talk about backfire.
So, is this for D-chess or just a flaming dumpster fire on Wall Street? One thing's clear: Trump's economic chaos is just getting started. And in Ursula's own words, millions will now face higher bills. Drop your thoughts below. Team, it's about time. Team, recession incoming. Team, wait. Tariffs, do what now? Smash that subscribe for raw political chaos, because in Trump's world, the plot never cools down.